Mr. Richard Jensen.
Let's do it. This is very little to do with wrestling. It's about life. And the things that you're going to translate from your sports activities into life one day. There's going to be a time in your life where you're going to be stuck up against the wall and you're going to have to reach into that toolbox, something you learned from the sport that you're involved in growing up. Mom and Dad can only teach you so much. You learn a lot from sports, a lot from sport activities. And the biggest lesson I could have ever learned was how to overcome loss. How to overcome the challenges of defeat. How do I get up off the ground when I'm taking losses? Because there's going to be a time in your life where you're going to be up against the wall. You're going to take some losses in life. And what the sports is doing is it's preparing you for that moment. It was voted the most inspirational comeback story of the year. And that's how we ended up getting the Emmy Award. It wasn't without its challenges, though. It wasn't without its challenges. Man, I spent 15 years of my life using drugs and alcohol, fighting for my life. Trying to come up for air, trying to figure out how to restructure my life. How do I get clean? How do I get sober? How do I become a better person? I was stuck. I couldn't get out. Once I got off track just enough, I just couldn't get back. It's so easy to get off track and get sidetracked and get influenced and just get a little bit, lose your focus just a little bit. But it's twice to 3 times as hard to get back on that straight and narrow. And it was drowning me for a lot of years. Drowning me. Because there I was in your seat, man. How many of you want to go to college? Finish up high school, go to college, get an education. I love it. That's a lot of hands. That's most of you guys. That's the same thing I wanted when I was sitting in your seat in 1988, 99. When I was sitting in that seat, I was wrestling for Tiger High School. I knew I wanted to go to college. I knew I wanted to be a student athlete. I knew I wanted to get an education, move on to a career. But that little window between high school and college, my life changed forever. Sometimes the choices you make can affect you for a very long time. It would be selfish of me to think that it only affects me too. Because I know my mom spent nights up crying, wondering if I was going to come home. Trying to fix me, trying to help me for years. I didn't understand it when I was in the fog of it. Later on, I understood it. But this is your window, man, right here, right now. You're in middle school, high school, man. You're getting ready to carve your path. You're trying to figure it out. This is where the pressure's on. I get it, the pressure's on you guys. Trying to fit in and act right, look right, get the right phone, make sure you got Adidas or whatever on your shirt. I know how you kids are. You can't be friends with me if you're going to be friends with her or him. Are you kidding me? We're not here very long. We're not here very long. We're looking at too many differences and we need to start looking at the similarities, guys. Because we're not here that long, and we should be encouraging and boosting and inspiring to each other. I want to help you find success. I want to help you reach your higher goal. That's what we should want. That's what we should be doing. But unfortunately, that's not always the way it is. You're looking at all the differences. I can guarantee you right now, most of us in this room have one very large thing in common. We just want to be part of. We just want to be included. We just want to be accepted, wanted, needed. All of us, man. We all got that in common. I know that deep down, that's all we want. That's all we want. If I'd have stayed the straight and narrow, who knows what would have happened. I spent the last 14 years trying to gain my life back. Trying to come up for air, trying to become a better man, trying to become a man of integrity and stay at it. And become a better person each day. I understand what hopelessness is like. I understand insecurities too. I know what it's like to feel like you don't quite fit in. Low self-esteem. You do anything just to hang out, just to be part of, just to fit in. A lot of fear around carving your own path and being your own person, man, and standing up for something. Hey, man, I'm being a champion of life. I'm trying to be a national champion. I don't use drugs. I don't drink. I don't do none of that. Well, why is that so hard? Why is that so hard to stand up and say, hey, you know what? I want to be a champion. I want to find success. I want to graduate from college. I'm not going to use drugs. I'm not going to use alcohol. I'm going to set my goals up, and I'm going to figure out how to get there. And every decision I make, I'm going to find my way there. Homeless, rolling cigarettes out of the ashtray in downtown Portland, trying to figure out where I was going to go from there. 34 years old with the clothes on my back, stacked like firewood on that gym floor. They only take 100 in, 101 has to go back under the bridge. You're going to take some losses, man. And here's the thing, though. It's what determines who you are and your character. How do I overcome the challenges? How do I overcome the loss? How do I do that? That determines your character. How do you handle that? And how do you overcome it and stay in the fight and keep moving forward? That's what's important. That's going to determine who you are at the end of the day. It's not what I've done. It's not all the poor decisions I made over the years. It's what I'm doing right now for the last 14 years that determines my character. The whole picture. You kids, man, I'm telling you, the pressure's on. It's tough, man. It's hard not to fall for some of them peer pressures, man. You've got to stand up for yourself, man. You want to be a champion in life? You've got to make that decision that you want to be that person. You want to be that champion. You want to find success. You want to be in college. You want to get an education. I want to do that much, man. Set the bar high. You got to go out and make your opportunity. Some of these smaller towns, some of these kids, we don't get that much opportunity, man. We don't get that much opportunity. You got to go out and make your opportunity. You got to go out and get it. You got just as much opportunity as anybody else, man, as anybody else. But depending on the choices you make, you're going to determine whether or not you reach that goal and find that success. Out there struggling, man, this isn't about addiction. This isn't about drugs. This is about depression. This is about anxiety. This is about insecurities. It's about drugs. There's all kinds of struggles out there. We all got our own struggles in life, man. It just looks a little bit different. These kids, they grew up together from childhood. They're in high school now. They're in high school. They grew up together. They're best buddies, best friends. They're athletes, good kids. Go off, have a little drink. Not something they didn't do. They've done it 100 times before. Snuck off, had a little drink, hanging out at the party. Not a big deal. We've done it 1,000 times. This time was different. This time was different. Just a little buzz. Just a little buzz. Not all drunk, just a little bit buzzed. Some kid shows up at the party, grabbing a prescription pill bottle out of a medicine cabinet somewhere. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't care what it is. You don't know what it is. You don't care what it is. Just a little buzz. It's not a big deal. We're just popping pills like everybody else. This time was a little bit different. And he says he kind of knows what it is, but he doesn't really know. Just a little buzz, hanging out. Those two kids popped that pill. 15 seconds later, they were dead, guys. They were dead. Dead. That fentanyl out there, man, that fentanyl is 50 to 100 times stronger than heroin. If you can imagine heroin strong enough. It's in the heroin, it's in the prescription pills. They're popping the pill, 15 seconds, they're dead. Can you imagine the communities and the families? They're devastated. Can you imagine what they're going through? All the kids in the community, all their friends. They don't get a comeback like me. They don't get it tomorrow. This is not a video game. You don't get to hit reset, man. You're dead. And it's not okay, man. It's not okay. We're losing way too many kids, man. The only way we can assure ourselves is by making a good decision at that time. Deciding, I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to take that chance. That's the only way we're going to guarantee that that can't happen. I never want your family to ever feel that kind of loss that the Georgia family felt. I never want them to ever have to feel that. Thank you.